Module 6 Development of Learners at Various Stages Middle Childhood, the Primary Schooler. Lesson number 1 Physical Development of Primary Schooler. Objectives: describe the different physical characteristics of early school-age children in your own work. Enumerate ideas how you can apply the concepts in this module in the teaching-learning process. Discuss several ways on how to encourage and aid appropriate active physical lifestyle to primary school children. Physical development includes height, weight, physical appearance, visual hearing, and motor abilities. Primary school children undergo many different changes as they go through this stage of development. This could be caused by different factors, both natural and environmental. Physical growth during the primary school years is slow but steady. During this stage, physical development involves having good muscle control and coordination, developing eye-hand coordination, having good personal hygiene, and being aware of good safety habits. In this developmental stage, children will have started their elementary grades, especially in grade 1 and 3. These children are extremely active because most of the activities of traditional schools are sedentary. Sedentary means tending to spend much time seated, somewhat inactive. They often release the unusual amount of energy in some forms of nervous habits like fidgeting, nail biting, and pencil showing. Primary school age children get fatigued more easily because of physical and mental exertions both at home and in school. Hence, activities should be alternated between strenuous one and relaxing or quiet activities. One of the best examples is storytelling time after math period.
Let's further explain the factors of physical development of primary schoolers. So let's begin it with the height and weight. This is the period of gradual and steady growth will give children time to get used to the changes in their bodies. Average increase in height of a little over 2 inches a year in both boys and girls will introduce them to many different activities that they can now do with greater accuracy. The weight gain averages about 6.5 pounds a year. Most children will have a slimmer appearance compared to their preschool years because of the shifts in accumulation of their body fat. Although girls tend to develop additional fat cells related to muscle cells, a child's legs are longer and more proportioned to the body than there were before. Did you know that there are a number of factors that can indicate how much a child grows or how much changes in the body will take place? These are the genes, food, climate, exercise, medical conditions, disease, or illnesses. The next factor of the physical development of primary schooler is the bones and muscles. For the childhood years, this is the peak bone-producing years. Bones grow longer and broader. This is the best time for parents and teachers to educate children of good dietary and exercise habits to help them have strong, healthy bones throughout their lives. Replacement of primary teeth, also known as baby teeth, with permanent teeth occur around ages 6 to 7 years and up until age 12. Most children will have all the primary teeth replaced. Many lifestyle factors like nutrition and physical activity can substantially influence the increase of bone mass during childhood. Because children's bones have proportionately more water and protein-like materials and fewer minerals than adults, ensuring adequate calcium intake will greatly help them in strengthening bones and muscles. Large muscle control is at bigger play over fine motor. Some may still have difficulty holding a pencil properly or coloring inside the lines, so we have to limit writing time, since children may develop a negative attitude towards writing. Bone and muscle growth are still not complete during this stage. Most activities which use heavy pressure will be very difficult for growing bones, muscles, and ligaments. If students are engaging in too much strenuous activities to test their strength, teachers may suggest or provide more coordinated physical activities or competition, or rotate players during sports or games. The last factor of the physical development of primary schooler is the motor development. This is for young school-age children because they are gaining control over the major muscles of their bodies. Most children have a good sense of balance. They like testing their muscle strength and skills. They enjoy doing real-life tasks and activities. They pretend and fantasize less often because they are more in tune with everything that is happening around them. Children during this stage love to move a lot. They run, skip, hop, jump, tumble, roll, and dance. Because their gross motor skills are already developed, they can now perform activities like catching a ball with one hand and tying their shoelaces. Also, they can manage zippers and buttons. Let us differentiate between unimanual and bimanual. When we say unimanual, it only requires the use of one hand, while the bimanual, it requires the use of two hands. In performing the bimanual, the activities become easier. Children's graphic activities such as writing and drawing are now more controlled but are still developing. They can print their names and copy simple designs, letters, and shapes. They hold pencils, crayons, utensils correctly with supervision.
Motor development skills include coordination, balance, speed, agility, and power. Let's look in the definitions of the different motor skills. Coordination. Coordination is a series of movement organized and timed to occur in a particular way to bring about a particular result. Strickland 200. The more complex the movement is, the greater coordination is required. Children develop eye-hand and eye-foot coordinations when they play games and sports. Balance. Balance is the child's ability to maintain the equilibrium or stability of his or her body in different positions. It is a basic skill needed especially in this stage, when children are very active. Static balance. Static balance is the ability to maintain equilibrium in a fixed position, like balancing on one foot. Dynamic balance. Dynamic balance is the ability to maintain equilibrium while moving. Owens 2006. Speed. Speed is the ability to cover a great distance in the shortest possible time. Agility. Agility is one's ability to quickly change or shift the direction of the body. These skills are extremely important in most sports. And lastly, power. Power is the ability to perform a maximum effort in the shortest possible period. All these motor skills are vital in performing different activities, games, and sports. Development of these skills may spell the difference between success and failure in future endeavors of the child. Large-scale body movements are key in this stage. Most of the time, boys develop motor skills slightly faster than girls, except for skills involving balance and precise movements.
Here are some motor milestones of primary school age children by Virgin and Virgin Child and Adolescent Development in Your Classroom, 3rd edition, 2018, Boston, MA at USA. When we say fine motor skills, it is the coordination of small muscles in movement with the eyes, usually involving the synchronization of hands and fingers. What are the fine motor skills? Zip, zippers, unlace shoes. Able to learn piano or violin. Control pencil with the finger and thumb. Movement comes from the elbow. Write and draw with more control, but writing looks choppy and uneven. Letters are getting smaller. Uppercase letters are somewhat mastered, but lowercase letters continue to be challenging through 3rd grade, especially letters with slant and curves. While the gross motor skills are those which require whole body movement and which involve the large muscles of the body to perform everything. What are the gross motor skills? These are hop, skip on alternating feet, jump rope, walk on a balance beam, throwing, catching, and kicking become smoother. Begin to participate in organized games like hopscotch and sports like basketball, skate, sky, bike, and other specialized skills with training.
There are some issues affecting physical development, namely obesity, childhood nutrition, and sleep. So first, let's find out why the obesity becomes an issue on affecting physical development. It is because obesity becomes a major concern for parents and healthcare providers since it seems it's becoming a trend. According to the World Health Organization, Western Pacific region, the Philippines is not spared from this scenario, and the results of National Nutrition Survey are showing slow but increasing childhood overweight and obesity rates. Prevalence of overweight among children 5 to 10 years old has risen from 5.8% in 2003 to 9.1% in 2013. Childhood obesity may be linked to a number of health-related consequences. Evidence also shows that overweight and obese children are likely to stay obese well into their adulthood and are more prone to develop non-communicable diseases like diabetes and some cardiovascular diseases at a much younger age. The second issue affecting physical development is the childhood nutrition. Malnutrition remains a major health issue in the Philippines. This has been proven to have serious effect on the physical and mental development of children. For most Filipino children, poverty is the chief reason why they do not get the nutrients and energy required for this stage. School-age children's diet should include a good supply of vitamins, minerals, and protein found in most fruits and vegetables to combat the trend of eating out. Eating too much, which puts children at risk of increased consumption of soft drinks, sugary, and salty snacks like crackers and chips. This illustration was presented on the 7th National Nutrition Survey, Food and Nutrition Research Institute in 2008. 2 out of 10 Filipino children are underweight for their age. About 7 out of 10 mothers express anxiety regarding the sufficiency of food in the household and the money to buy food. The last issue affecting on physical development is the sleep. Primary school age children need 9 to 11 hours of sleep every day, including daytime naps. Sometimes, due to their schedule in school, midday naps or siesta is not possible anymore. Because of this, children may need to go to bed earlier rather than nap. Children's increased sports affiliation, extracurricular activities, TV, internet, computers, and sometimes intake of caffeinated products could result to difficulty in falling asleep, disruptions in their sleep, and sometimes even nightmares. Poor and inadequate sleep may result to mood swings, behavioral problems such as hyperactivity and cognitive problems, which may impact their ability to concentrate in school.
Implications to childcare, education, and parenting. There are two major ways to help primary school age children to be physically healthy. First is to provide them with good nutrition. Second, involve them in coordinated and age-appropriate physical activities. Specifically, healthcare providers, teachers, and parents must do the following. First, encourage children to join or enroll them in related programs during summer or their free time. If children show interest in a particular activity or sport. And second, advocate better nutrition in foods provided in the school canteen by providing healthier options and accessible healthier products. Third, provide a balance between rigorous physical play activity and quiet activities in designing classroom activities. Fourth, create an exercise plan for children. Not only does it promote motor skills, but also improve strength and endurance, builds healthy bones and muscles, and increases positive emotions. Fifth, maintain a daily sleep schedule and consistent bedtime routine. And lastly, make children's bedroom conducive for a peaceful sleep. If possible, keep computers and TV out of the bedroom.